What's up, this is Patrick of Radicards.com, and today we're going to open a box of 1991 O-Pee-Chee Premier Baseball. This is Mark, and he owns the box, he bought it, and on this one here is, when it first came out in 91, it was super popular. The big cards in this were Frank Thomas, and who else was big in this?
Well, for me, Kevin Moss.
Right? Oh, Juan Gonzalez was big.
Gon,
David Justice was kind of big. Nolan Ryan obviously was a fun one. And I don't remember what else, but I remember in 91 this was big, and I never bought any packs of this stuff. He opened a box already.
Mo Vaughn.
Alex
Fernandez.
There
we go. That's who I was trying to think of.
Kelly Gruber. This is what the packs look like here.
The Frank Thomas was like
that was huge.
That was like a holy grail card back then.
It was a big card, man. So this is what the packs look like. It's got like classic gold foil. And man, I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be fun. This is the first time I've opened these packs. Ever. I've never opened a pack of this.
Do you remember any other cards back then that were only 7 cards per pack too?
No, actually, that's funny you bring. I think Stadium Club was like 12 to 15 cards, wasn't it?
I think so, and I feel like
the Studio was about 10 to 12 cards. I remember too in '91.
They started the small. Oh well, Flair. Remember those?
Flair was right.
Those only had like 6 or 7, but those were like that.
They were thicker, right? So this is going to be a great product, and looking forward to opening it. And this is going to be a lot of fun. So let's dig into it here.
Let's do it. I'll let you start it off.
Thank you, Mark.
You'll remember one of these days.
Oh, Vince Coleman for the Mets. He was big prospect in '85 with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
All right, Barry Jones.
That guy can run a little bit. Oh yeah,
Albert Bell.
That was another one, Albert Bell.
Not really, because this was his essentially 3rd year, because he came up in '89 with Indians. Kirk Gibson with that huge 300-foot blast from 1988. Mel Rojas.
All right,
what do you got?
Spaghetti Rigetti.
Oh yeah,
Spaghetti Rigetti
with the Yankees. Of course, he was on the Giants there.
Dave Stewart, Tim Nairn.
Stewart was a really lethal pitcher.
Oh my God,
he was great.
He had those like 3 years in a row, 20 wins, 87, 88.
Yeah,
80. Yeah, I mean he was the A's #1 back then.
It's fantastic, and the A's were really dominant. They had Dave Parker, they had Harold Baines. Who else did they have on that team? Obviously they had McGuire and Canseco.
Yeah, McGuire, Canseco, Terry Steinbach, Carney Lansford.
That like 1990 A's was a very dominant group.
Who played? Sure was. All right,
Gary Carter, the Dodgers. Ryne Sandberg, not Ryan Sandberg, but Ryne Sandberg.
This guy used to pee on his hands before games. Moises Alou.
Really?
Yeah, he for calluses. It would help his calluses.
I know guys who do that no matter. They just for luck.
Yeah, before games, I think he used to pee on his hands.
That is
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wait, Moises did that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I wonder if he got that from one of his many brothers and family members. Ooh, Juan Gon. Here's a big one. Juan Gon. This was a big card in '91, right?
Yeah. Joe Carter.
Oh, Kevin Mass. Bam.
There it is.
There's
Kevin. My hero.
So I don't know if this was a big card in '91, because by '91 people had caught on to the fact that his baseball wasn't his thing. It didn't take long.
I don't know. I kind of remember that card kind of being big. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And I might be wrong, but I think
because I mean
Ben McDonald, I think, was like by '91 his stuff was slowing off, tapering off. Will Clark. Who doesn't love Will Clark?
Will the Thrill. I don't. I'm a Cubs fan, and he killed us in '89.
He looks like Bruce Campbell of Army of Darkness. Evil Dead.
He has
same.
That's funny. Yeah.
Same guy, I think.
Benny Santiago.
Oh yeah.
Benny Santiago.
He was popular, and he came up in '86, and his rookie cards officially really were like, I mean, whatever, 87, but he's an 86
George
leader.
Brett.
Willie Wilson. Oh, they had Willie Wilson, the A's. Dale Murphy. Who's that?
Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan, nice. That's a good one. Jack Clark. Danny Darwin. John Olerud with the Blue Jays. Blue Jays had a pretty dominant team back then.
Yeah, they win 91. They won, right? 91. But that was the Kelly Gruber. What? Yeah, 91. Or was that Twins?
Didn't Joe Carter do that in '93 with the walk-off home run?
93. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I was thinking 91 was the Twins.
Kirby Puckett.
Gary Gaetti.
And I don't remember who else.
There you go. He was a big rookie.
Eddie Murray. I love Eddie Murray.
The funny thing back then, remember like the Delano DeShields and then the Jerome Walton and Dwight Smith. Remember, like they were studs and they were like 8 home runs, 30 RBIs.
Jerome Walton was Rookie of the Year in '89.
So,
well, that was like
that's what I was saying.
Grissom, Walker, and DeShields all came up with the Expos in '90. And you know what? Delano has a card in '88 O-Pee-Chee.
So I'm sure some of you know this guy right here. I don't know if he's the only guy, but
Dave Winfield.
He was drafted for NBA,
3 different
NFL,
sports.
and MLB.
Yeah, amazing. Tony
I don't even
Fernandez
think he really even played basketball.
came up with the Blue Jays. Yeah, I don't know if he ended up playing at all basketball, but he was great. He's one of my favorites. Doc Gooden, I like that.
Kevin Mitchell.
Ooh, Greg Olson. He was a rookie in '89, a big star in '89 pitching.
Was. There's Dave Parker.
Jeff Conan, this is his rookie card.
This was
wow. This is Jeff Conan's rookie.
You were popular if you had that card back then.
Mo Vaughn, I like Mo Vaughn. I'm a Mo Vaughn fan.
His head was like down. He was a mean mofo.
He was great, man. I'm a Mo Vaughn fan. Bernie Williams, 2nd year card. Eric Davis. The Reds were really dominant back then too. Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer right here. One of the good Brewers.
There you go. There's Dave Justice.
Todd Hundley. David Justice. Those are both 2nd year cards, by the way. Alan Trammell. Man, this pack is like this is a hit. Box case hit. All these Hall of Famers.
Right. Oh, here you go. Here's a couple more. Andre Dawson.
Ooh, I like Andre Dawson.
Hawk.
I like Andre.
Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie Smithers.
The Wizard.
I love Ozzie Smithers. Albert Bell. Another Albert Bell. Can't go wrong with Mr. Albert Bell. Leo Gomez.
We need to start getting some Frank
Devon
Thomases.
White, Kurt Gibson, Mel Rijos, Terry Pendleton. So his '85 Don Russ, you can get it in Jeff Pendleton and Terry Pendleton. There's a variation. Kind of a cool card. That's his rookie card, '85. '85 Topps was a big card for a minute. And Dave Smith.
Iron Man.
Oh, Ripken. Who doesn't love Ripken? Freaking love Ripken.
Come on, Frank Thomas. We need
Come on,
some
Frank Thomas. Who's going to pull it? That's the question. Hensley Mullins, another Kevin Mass.
Alex Fernandez.
Oh, God. Will Clark.
There you go. That's a cool one.
Pete Inciviglia, who played with the Rangers.
Inky. He was a tight. So he, I think he still has the record for most home runs in a college season.
How many? You know?
50 something.
Holy heck, really?
Something like that. I'll look it up, but I remember I grew up in Detroit and I was a huge Pete Inciviglia fan.
Bobby Thigpen. Bobby Thigpen. It's a name that's almost impossible to mispronounce. How about that? John Olerud. I always liked John Olerud. I think he was great. Roberto Alomar. Had sort of an attitude, but he was awesome. He was awesome. Dennis Eckersley is the baseball version of Yanni. That flowing, the mullet going with the mustache. Ricky Henderson, the greatest base stealer on earth ever.
Yes.
And his record will never be broken.
They really had a squad back then, man.
Chris Hoyle, Don Mattingly. You know, I used to joke. I had a roommate in LA. He would like. It's like Don Mattingly would be like on the beach with his short shorts and like he'd have like the white on his nose with like a koozie and like a cooler, and he'd just be sitting there drinking beer and get like the sun on his face. I mean, this is like a joke. Like if we look at Don Mattingly, he'd be like one of those kind of guys that would do that.
For sure. Wade Boggs.
Chicken.
Puckett.
Okay. That was all in the same pack?
Roger Clemens.
Really?
Yes, sir. Andre Galarraga. Andres.
You didn't showcase a Griffey.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Where was I? Oh, talking about Don Mattingly.
I think you were talking about Bobby Thigpen or something.
Thigpen. George Brett, who in 1980 had above a 380 batting average. Dave Stibe was very dominant. In 1980 was his rookie.
You ready?
He was difficult.
You all ready?
That is another Nolan Ryan.
I got it.
Oh, Frank Thomas.
That's the one.
Frank Thomas. Another Nolan Ryan. Love Nolan Ryan.
I just became the most popular person in 4th grade.
Right? That card I wanted for a long time. I was like, oh man, the Frank from 91 O-Pee-Chee Premier. Now I have a bunch of them, but yeah, I've been collecting his stuff for a long time. You pulled one. I still haven't pulled one of those. Maybe there's one left.
There's got to be.
Paul Molitor. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of like dupe on a collation here. Todd Hundley. Alan Trammell. Man, this is a good pack. Brian Barnes, Steve Bedrosian, and Juan Gon. I love Juan Gon.
Jose Canseco.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
See, I'm pulling all my cards from
Childhood.
yeah, buddy. My faves.
I like Jose Canseco. Ray Lankford, second year card right here. He was great.
He was a big-
Andres Galarraga.
Robin Yount.
Willie Wilson. Yeah, it was great. Another
This
Brewer.
should be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and same thing with this one, Dale Murphy.
Yeah, absolutely. There you
Same.
go. Those are the
Two
two that
guys.
are really.
They're very.
Yeah.
So Dale Murphy's stats are almost identical to Ryan Sandberg's stats.
What are your thoughts on this guy, everybody? I think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Who's that?
Bonds. I don't care. He is. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I have friends who cheated through college. They deserve to be on the dean's list. Their grades were so good, so good. They had all the answers before the test, and they got straight A's. I can't even tell you how good they were at taking the test. They were so good. They should be. All of them should be on the dean's list. They're amazing. Same argument, my friend.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Gary Carter, again. Ryan Sandberg, again. Awesome. And Pedro Guerrera. Roberto Alomar, again. I like Roberto.
What were these boxes going for in like the
Dennis Eckersley. I don't
early
know, man.
90s?
That is a good question. Do you remember at all?
I don't. I remember them
Any
being
range?
expensive. I mean,
What is expensive? Ricky Henderson, again. I love Ricky Henderson. Huge fan.
a lot more expensive than they are now.
Oh, for sure. Don Mattingly. You think like 40?
I think more. I think they were like
60?
60 or 70 for a box. Another Canseco.
Benito Santiago.
The trifecta. Clemens, Puckett, Boggs, Canseco, all in the same
man,
pack.
that's a good back. It's full of star power. Shawan Dunston.
Shawan.
Dunston. Ken Griffey Jr. Oh man, this would have been a huge card. Oh, you did it.
Number 2.
Sandy Alomar. I still haven't pulled one. Jose Offerman. Jose Offerman came up in 1990, but he bounced around the minors a little bit in his career. He was like with the Albuquerque Dukes.
Yeah.
Bernie Williams. And Eric Davis, who was great. Great player.
What do you think? Can we get a third Frank Thomas in the box?
Hopefully. Probably average 2 a box, I would imagine. It's like pulling 90 Leafs out of Series 2.
Yeah.
They're about 2 a box.
Really?
Yeah. Corey Schneider. He was in the USA team subset in 85 tops, and he was considered a rookie in 86. Tony Guin, one of the greatest hitters of all time ever. I love him.
394.
He was so good. Cecil Fielder. He cracked his rib with that collision with Cecil in Detroit. Remember that?
With Cecil?
Yeah, remember that?
Who did?
Yeah.
Who
I'm
cracked it?
quoting a movie.
Oh, what?
Yeah. He has a separated rib from that collision with Cecil in Detroit.
I don't know what that's from.
Little Big League. Remember?
Oh my God! Yes, okay.
Yeah, he's been playing injured.
It's been a minute since I've seen that.
I just want to let you know. Gary Gaddy. Oh, the Angels this time. I love the Angels. They're great. George Bell. George Bell, man, came up in 82 with the Blue Jays. And they spelled his name with a J. It's Jorge Bell. It wasn't like that. Tim Wallach, who was on the Expos for, this is his 10th year on the Expos.
Yeah.
82, 91. Willie McGee was a Cardinal in 83. Was traded to the Giants later. Joe Carter, a favorite. 2 years prior to the walk-off home run in 93 World Series. He's a favorite of mine, Joe Carter. Bernard Gilkey, I think.
Canadian Hall of Famer.
Who's that?
Joe Carter.
This is the last pack of 91 O-Pee-Chee Premier
Let's see.
baseball. Okay, Delano DeShields. Oh, my first Kevin Mitchell. He was a name in the early 90s, late 80s. His 87 Topps card is still one
Do you
of the
remember
best
the barehanded
pictures.
catch over his shoulder?
Oh, he did that a long time ago. Dave Parker, who was traded to the Angels in late 91, I think it was. Anyway, this was toward the end of his career. He has, I think, one card in 92. But this was the end of his career. Dave Parker was great.
Yeah.
Great. Look at his stats. He's
Yeah.
Hall of Fame all over him. Ivan Calderon, Chris Hammond, Mo Vaughn. Love Mo Vaughn. What a classic photo in the
Yeah.
back. Look at that photo of Mo Vaughn. What a great shot of him. And Jeff Reardon, who came up with the Mets in '81 as a dominant pitcher, and his rookie card, like in the beginning, it was huge.
Yeah.
So a huge rookie card in the '80s. So this is great box. So overall, how do you feel about it?
Well, one, it brings back so many memories because, like I said, like this in Stadium Club, you were so cool.
man.
You were actually a spoiled brat if you got these because they were so hard to get, and so it brings back a lot of great memories.
So this, I never opened any packs of this stuff until today. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
You got it.
The thing with this product to me is like, it takes me back to a time when I remember this stuff being out of reach for me, being like, oh my gosh, the Frank Thomas, who he pulled 2 of them. So it was like a $30 card, $27.50 or something. It was like that high.
Crazy.
It was huge.
Yes.
It was like, it rivaled the '91 Stadium Club. It was like that popular. And I remember thinking, God, when am I going to get these cards? Years later, I have many doubles of each, but it's like such a fun reminder of where the hobby has come the last 31 years.
This would not be a good return on your investment if you went all in 91 or 92 on the O-Pee-Chee Premier.
Probably nothing in '91 would have been a good investment. But this is a great box. I had a good time opening it. Really fun to go through, and I appreciate thanking Mark for letting us break through this box on camera.
Maybe this box will make him remember my name now.
This is Mark. Thank you for
All right.
tuning in to Radicards TV on Radicards.com. I'm your host, Patrick Reno. Thanks again, Mark, for letting us open a box of 91 O-Pee-Chee baseball. And until next time, enjoy collecting. If you like this content, please subscribe. Thank you. Enjoy collecting.